being stuck in the middle is never easy.
Keep your baby stuff on your side of the room.
I have no baby stuff.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 middle children on TV. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're taking a look at TV characters whose ages fall in between an older sibling and a younger sibling at some point in the series.
Kevin, quit fooling around. Just take the money and get out.
No, you promised that.
Hey, I didn't get my license so I could be your chauffeur.
We're not being too strict with the criteria here, even though some of these characters finished their respective series with new siblings and a new spot in the fam. They'll always be the middle child to us.
Jazz, tell me that this isn't happening.
I don't know, Prince, man. I'm starting to like him too.
Number 10. Randy Taylor, Home Improvement.
He broke a tool just like Peter. Who's Peter? He's our little brother we used to have before you.
The middle child is rarely anybody's favorite, but Randy stole the show on Home Improvement.
I'm just taking a little bit out for business expenses. Besides, Mom always says, charity begins at home.
At the beginning of the series, Randy is practically inseparable from his big brother Brad. But where Brad is clearly the muscle, Randy is the brain of the outfit. In addition to being the smartest of Tim and Jill's kids, he's also the family's biggest smartass. You know how Tim always has a set of tools on hand? Well, Randy's always equipped with a sarcastic remark.
You don't just take your wife out to dinner after you screwed up. Sometimes you take her out before you screw up. That way you build up credit for stupid things you haven't done yet.
So it's kind of like getting frequent screw-up miles.
There's more to Randy than just one-liners, though. Through Home Improvement, he demonstrates genuine growth and vulnerability, undergoing some heavy drama.
So you guys would treat me like this all because I might have to take a pill? I don't buy it.
The Taylor house simply wasn't a home without Randy, which is probably why the show ended shortly after Jonathan Taylor Thomas's departure.
What do you call bad lemonade? What? Lemon lemonade.
Number 9. Jan Brady, The Brady Bunch.
Yeah! To my crummy face. Greg was right. Rotten freckles.
Jan is often remembered as the Brady daughter who was never as popular as her older sister, and never as adorable as her little sister. Her 3 adopted brothers only made it easier for her to get lost in the shuffle. But Jan is still a middle child through and through.
Oh, hi, George. So thoughtful of you to call. Excuse me, George. Do you mind? This is a personal phone call.
Envious of her siblings, both biological and adopted, Jan desperately longs for attention and respect. Granted, Jan's whining is irritating at times. Nevertheless, any middle child that grew up watching the Brady Bunch couldn't help but identify with Jan's struggle to stand out.
Come on, gang, let's disappear.
Yeah,
Let's
What are we leaving for? Yeah, this is our room.
She demonstrates just how hard being the middle child can be, especially in a large blended family. Even if Jan is sometimes easy to overlook, nobody could ever forget Marcia, Marcia, Marcia.
Well, all I hear all day long at school is how great Marcia is at this, or how wonderful Marcia did that. Marcia, Marcia, Marcia.
Number 8. Wayne Arnold, The Wonder Years.
Hey! Be on the curve at 6:30 or spend the night. Have fun shopping, girls.
Wayne is the definition of a jerky older brother. He gets a kick out of pushing around young Kevin, who he refers to as Butthead.
I don't care what Mom says. As soon as they're gone, you're gone, butthead.
It's hard to say why exactly Wayne acts out like this. Maybe he's secretly insecure, maybe he's just an obnoxious bully, or maybe it's a little bit of both.
The last thing he'd want is for his little brother to embarrass him in front of Angela Chomsky.
In any case, we can see why Kevin can't stand him. Despite his douchey tendencies, Wayne still cares about his little brother and is capable of showing him affection.
Here it is. Don't ever say I didn't do anything for you.
As the years go by, he begins to soften up and matures as a human being. While Kevin and Wayne don't always get along, they do develop respect for one another and find value in being brothers.
They were my family. And the death of one affected each of us in some way.
Number 7. Cory Matthews, Boy Meets World.
15 years in the same room, Eric. 15 years. Goodbye.
While most of the other middle children on this list are supporting players in an ensemble piece, Cory Matthews was always the focus.
What's the matter, Mr. Matthews? You seem a little down. Perhaps some history homework would cheer you up?
And while the storylines may not always concentrate on his place within the Matthews family, Cory's coming-of-age journey is full of heartbreak, disappointment, and difficult changes. But through it all, he looks up to his older brother Eric and looks after his younger sister Morgan on his way to becoming an adult.
Morgan, I asked you to get help and you bring him?
I was worried about you. You were acting like a psycho.
Yes, we know the Matthews clan does welcome the arrival of a 4th child in later seasons, but for the majority of the show, this boy was meeting the world and all of its challenges as the middle child.
You know, Cor, a little song comes to mind that might be able to help you through these tough times. Spanker's going out, wish on. Spanker's going out, wish on.
Number 6. Darlene Conner, Roseanne.
Hi, we're unable to get to the phone right now, so leave a message and we'll get back to you. Thanks. Bye. Beep.
Roseanne connected with TV audiences, and that's largely because of its authentic portrayal of a working-class family.
Oh, it's just so easy for you, isn't it, Dan? Darlene is the jock, and Becky's the brain.
What am I?
We don't know yet.
Every character felt real, and Darlene was no exception. At the beginning of the series, Darlene is the middle child, and something of a tomboy who frequently talks back to her elders and puts little effort into her schoolwork.
This is a family vacation, Darlene. We have to all stick together.
You're kidding, right? I mean, I'm not flying 1,000 miles with you people just to sample waffles from around the world.
Despite being a smart aleck, there's a lot more to her than meets the eye.
So what are you gonna do?
Nothing.
That's what you did last weekend.
Yeah, well, I'm not finished.
Through a poem that unearths surprising depth, she reveals a gift for creative writing. As she grows up and even welcomes a new brother late in the series, Darlene's talents continue to flourish, and she falls in love with a fellow artist named Leonard Hofstadter. We mean David.
We were gonna go to Paris.
Might be a little late to book a flight, darling.
Well, I'll settle for a cheese omelet then.
Okay.
Number 5. Alex Dunphy, Modern Family.
Alex!
Hey!
We didn't think you were coming back until next week.
I got a ride home early. This has been the worst summer ever.
Like most of the other middle children on our countdown, Alex is considered the outsider in her family. It's not that Alex's parents and siblings don't love her, they just can't keep up with her on an intellectual level.
If you do this, you'll be a social piranha. Yes, I'll be an Amazonian carnivorous fish.
Alex is usually the smartest person in the room and isn't afraid to let everybody know it. Her brains might make the rest of the Dunphy clan feel stupid by comparison, but the family would fall apart if Alex weren't around to point out their blunders.
Did nobody notice the oven light? Lights mean things, people!
At the same time, Alex's family is always there for her when she's stressed out or growing up too fast. So this middle child's life isn't all bad.
Mom?
I am so proud of you, and I know you're going to achieve great things in this world. And I just read about this new nail polish that changes colors if you dip it in a drink that has a roofie.
Next.
Number 4. Carlton Banks, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
This is the police! Carlton, come out with your hands up! You'll never take me alive!
To some extent, Carlton is the most sophisticated member of the Banks family. To another extent, he's the most childish and naive. Yes, even after baby Nicky arrives and he's technically no longer the middle child. This preppy elitist puts himself up on a pedestal. But if there's one person who can make Carlton feel small, both figuratively and literally, it's his hip cousin from Philadelphia.
Yo, my squad, what's up?
A frequent target of Will's insults, Carlton occasionally aspires to prove that he can be just as cool as his cousin.
Hey, Pops! You popped my duck!
Oh, I'm sorry, son. Here's $100.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Of course, his attempts never end well. While they are polar opposites, the two ultimately even each other out, with one being street smart and the other being book smart.
I mean, you treat me like I'm some kind of idiot just because I talk different. differently.
Will may be the Fresh Prince, but Carlton is forever the king of the dance floor. Number 3, Stephanie Tanner, Full House.
Steph, why did you wait till now to give us the diapers?
Nobody asked me.
Stephanie started out as the Tanner family's little wisecracker. After Michelle assumed that role, though, the middle daughter began to face more mature problems.
Bobby, could you, scoot over a little?
Sure.
Whenever Full House wanted to teach us a very special lesson about the dangers of smoking or partying, guess who took center stage?
I better not.
How come?
I'm trying to quit.
Other episodes about Stephanie typically revolved around her jealousy of DJ. Much like Jan Brady, Stephanie sometimes felt like she was living in her older sibling's shadow. And in one episode, even copies everything DJ does.
Did you ever think just maybe you're the one dressing like me?
As if that's not bad enough, Stephanie steals her sister's name decades later when she becomes a professional DJ.
Okay, everybody, it's time to take it back to the late 80s when this party got started.
Talk about a serious case of middle child syndrome.
How do I get out of here? Easy. You jump out the window and climb down the tree. I don't think so.
Number 2, Lisa Simpson, The Simpsons.
Snowball 2, Santa's little helper. This is Princess. Please don't exclude her because she's different.
Lisa is the smartest person in her family. Although that's not saying much when your older brother is a straight F student, your younger sister is a baby, and your father is Homer Simpson.
No! We did a Lisa thing last month. And I'm glad we did. But now I think we should do something normal people would like.
Regardless, Lisa is still a highly gifted 8-year-old who's passionate about education, jazz, and women's rights.
Is the remarkably sexist drivel spouted by Malibu Stacy intentional, or is it just a horrible mistake?
Since Lisa is so radically different from the other Simpsons, her achievements frequently go unrecognized at home. Even so, Lisa's parents love their daughter and will do whatever it takes to make her dreams come true. In exchange, Lisa will stand up for her family no matter how humiliating they become.
Whoa, look at that car burn! Does it get any better than this?
Not to me, Dad.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Now press down gently on the gas. I believe the gas is up here. Whoa! I said gently, Simon!
All the kids from my social skills group seem to be free.
He can't have people RSVP into the party. This is my party.
All right, salt shaker up the nose.
I got pepper.
Number 1, Malcolm Wilkerson, Malcolm in the Middle.
Look, I'm walking right next to you. You'll be fine. Damn it! This is why everyone teases you.
With a 165 IQ, there's no denying that Malcolm is Hal and Lois's most intelligent son. Like Francis, Reese, and Dewey, though, he's completely lacking in the common sense department.
There's no reason.
And your mother is pregnant.
Pregnant? Are you nuts? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard!
The middle of the 3 brothers who live at home throughout the series, and the actual middle child when their brother Jamie comes along, Malcolm's the smart one, who always tries to think up a way out of trouble. But usually, he just digs them deeper and deeper, and Mom lays down the law.
I should have told the doctor to sew fur and tails on you boys, because you're animals!
Poor judgment aside, Malcolm knows his brains will take him places, so he feels entitled to say whatever's on his mind and let his ego run wild.
You want a strike? I'll give you a strike! Here's your damn strike!
Even when Malcolm is right about something, though, he finds that society often undervalues smart people, especially when you're in the middle.
What about you, Malcolm? What's your place in the family?
I don't know, I'm the middle one.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.